What is going on, my people? Today we have a special fragrance unboxing. It's Steven's main character. Tell us a little bit about it. Let's open it. There you go, Steven, do the honors.
Well, thank you so much for coming into the studio. I appreciate it. Just to give you some context, I know Solano and I have known one another for such a long time now, many, many years. And I am so happy that you're going to be discovering main character for the first time today. And this is a collaboration that I did with Vivamor Parfum. We've been working on it for about 10 months to a year. And it's a very special fragrance to me, made in collaboration with Christian Provenzano, who has done fragrances for Penhaligon's and Bodicea the Victorious and Agent Provocateur and all of these other incredible brands. So thank you for allowing me to be on your platform, my friend.
It's great,
it means a lot.
man. Thank you for inviting me in your house, even though you closed the door on me, but that's okay.
I have to.
That's a different story. But let's unbox this and let's see what the hype is about.
Let's do it. So, this is digging into my personal stash of main character. I have well, it's yours now, of course, and I'm happily gifting it to you. But
thank you. This brings back a lot of memories from you giving me Absolutio.
Oh, that's right. So
I actually brought it here. I actually brought it here with me because it's a very special.
You brought it with you today?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. You want to go get it? It's in my backpack.
Maybe we'll get it a little bit later. I definitely believe you, though. So Absolutio is one of the first fragrances that I ever creatively directed back in like 2018, 2019. So it's really cool that you still hung on to it, man. That means a lot to me.
Well, you signed it, and that was the first bottle you ever gifted. And I remember how when we were walking back from all the events from New York, and you were just telling me about your fragrance launch, how excited you were to release Navitus, and
Wow, that was definitely a throwback. I miss that. I miss those days.
So
although it was very cold in New York, walking on the sidewalk.
Oh, of course,
that day.
walking from the. So here's the bottle. Look at that pretty slick, pretty nice presentation. What does this say, Steven? Could you give us like a summarize on it?
So it's basically the history of Vivamor, the inception of the brand, what Vivamor means. So the name Viva means life, Amor means love. So it's a combination of life and love. Of course, these fragrances are meant to evoke that feeling within you, incite some passion, some excitement. That's why we wear fragrances, because we love the art, we love fragrances, we love the way that they make us feel, the emotions that they conjure and activate within us. And Vivamor is a really fantastic expression of that. And there's the card that comes on the inside of every single box. It has the note breakdown, the creative direction, the name of the perfumer, and then of course the name of the fragrance itself.
Just like Navitus has the note breakdown, a little bit of a description of the fragrance.
Absolutely. And just for context, Vivamor is a sister brand of Navitus Parfum. So if you notice that the presentation, the hardware, the atomizer, all of these things are aesthetically similar, it's because one is a sister brand of the other.
I remember when Vivamor came out, right as soon as the success of Navitus, right?
Yeah, it was a couple years later.
Yep, I remember that.
Definitely.
So let's go.
I'm excited for you, man. I'm excited for you to try it.
Has it changed ever since the last time I smelled it?
So you tried it from the lab sample.
Right.
What I would say is it's probably gotten stronger because obviously from production to you having it in your hands right now, it's been left to macerate for 2+ months. And the laboratory sample, the formula itself has not changed. No.
Right. Okay. So let's go on skin. Oh, wow. Off the opening, you get this nice burst of fruitiness. Wow. Very nice. It kind of almost reminds me a little bit of Nesquik. Something about it, a little bit of that Nesquik right there. Just that fruity vibe in the opening.
So here's my bottle of it, and I'm gonna partake as well.
So it gives me like that nice, almost like tonic-y vibe, even though you said it doesn't.
But it's a little milky for you.
Right, it's milky, yeah. Milky, strawberry-ish, very nice. You get the florals in it.
You're not entirely wrong. So there's caramel,
okay,
right? And there's dairy in caramel. There's no dairy in this fragrance, but the caramel accord can, of course, make it smell a little milky or lactonic. So you're totally right.
I learned from the best, my mentor.
Oh, come on. I think we both learned from one another at this point. I appreciate you, my friend.
What you learned? The curses?
Only when you're willing to teach me.
Yeah.
So what you said you get something floral
Right, I
from
get
this.
the florals.
It's a very clean floral, isn't it?
Yeah, it's clean. It's not like you're. I do think a guy could wear this because I know there's guys out there. Oh, it's floral, but I have seen people wear this that are men and they're not scared to wear this. And I think this is a unisex fragrance, even though it leans feminine. If I make myself understandable.
No, it's really interesting. I've had my friend Evan, my friend Noel, there's been a lot of gentlemen who have purchased this fragrance and they're like, Steve, I would wear this myself. And I totally understand that. I think a lot of the notes in here are androgynous, like the iris, the vanilla, the pear even.
Oh, I get the pear note.
So there's a lot of notes that are like, yeah, as a guy, I would feel comfortable wearing it. I think when people look at the presentation, it definitely conveys femininity. So I think that's the only thing where people would look at it and they'd be like, oh, this is for women. But when you smell it, I think it can have a little bit of a unisex element to it.
Right. It does have that unisex element. Even though it is going to scare men away, like I said. But like I said, this is a great introduction to floral. It's not it doesn't lean so femme that a guy can't wear it.
That's right.
So to me, yeah, it's nice. So Stephen, a couple questions. What was your creative process behind this?
Oh, so it was a long road because first in perfumes, I'm sure a lot of you know this because you know a lot of stuff about the industry and how it works, but it starts off with you having an idea for the fragrance and about finding a way to communicate it to the perfumer. So what a lot of people decide to do is they will actually write a brief where they say, I imagine it having these notes, I imagine it conveying these emotions, it might be similar to this fragrance or that fragrance or whatever, however they want to communicate it to the perfumer. Some people, on the other hand, like to draw a mood board where they put together like images of maybe like style of clothing or the way people dress or whatever, and it depends on the relationship that you have with the perfumer.
Right.
For me, the perfumer had been working on a really special accord, and it was kind of like this gourmand accord. It was a little sugary, it had a little bit of like a caramel, a little cotton candy vibe, and I said, I would like to play around with this accord, and I said there has to be something floral in there because I want something for the ladies. And he had these two really high quality raw materials, Egyptian jasmine, French orris, and pink peony.
Wow.
And I said, if we bring these together, could we create something that, in my opinion, was very playful, very delicate, very feminine, without being dainty, because I think delicate and dainty are two different words. So it started with me having that initial conversation with Christian Provenzano, and then of course he and I met up in Dubai and we were chatting it up on a yacht and we were talking about the execution of the perfume. So there's been a lot of conversations that went back and forth between us, but that was kind of my thought process behind it. Now, if you're asking me what I wanted to create with this fragrance, I was thinking about creating a perfume that just makes a woman feel attractive, confident, powerful, magnetic. And I thought to myself, what elements is it gonna have to possess? So the florals make it very confident, very feminine. The gourmand attributes make it very playful, very sensual, very flirty. And then I think the pear blossom and a lot of those energizing top notes like the Italian bergamot that's in here makes it very magnetic and very alluring. And I think it creates a very interesting hook in the perfume.
It kind of attracts you in. So that's pretty good, Stephen. Here you're traveling on a yacht, and here we travel on Uber.
Yeah, I know. That's what we have to resort to here in the tri-state. Can I smell it on you?
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Yeah, man. Like, see, on you, it's a unisex fragrance.
Right.
Like, I don't smell it on you and I'm like, oh man, that's something a woman should wear. No, it smells totally unisex.
So me, it smells really like good. Tonic and stuff like that. Another thing, was there anything particular when you wrote, did you write a story for this? Because I remember when New York Guy, when he wrote Bliss and he wrote it to his wife, was there a specific person you were thinking about, or?
Interestingly enough, I wasn't. And I think that's what kind of scared me away, because in the past, when I did Absolutio, I wanted something seductive. When I did Virtus, I wanted something mysterious with the tobacco. When I did Primas, I wanted something dark and brooding with the birch tar and the smoke and everything, the resins, the incense, whatever. But with this one, I wasn't too married to the idea of using certain notes. So I wasn't like, no, it has to have jasmine in it. It has to have this in it. But we played around with a lot of different formulas. I mean, we probably went through like 15 something mods, and I'll share some of them with you after this video if you want. But we went in a musky direction initially, then we went in a direction that was like super, super sweet. And I said, I don't know how comfortable I feel releasing a full-blown gourmand. So I think a lot of it was just a back and forth of the perfumer pitching certain ideas and me countering those ideas and saying, but can we do it like this? Or can we add this note? Can we take away this ingredient? So it was a lot of back and forth, but eventually the ultimate or the finished product is something that I had to spend like at least a few months with, because the mod that I settled on was actually going back to like, I want to say maybe like July or August or something like that, but we waited to release it because I'm like, I need to wear this entire bottle. I need to get tons of other people's opinions before I feel comfortable saying, you know what, signed, sealed, delivered, let's do it. This is the final formula. And it took a lot of deliberation, and it took a lot of an emotional response on my end. Like I had to feel good releasing it.
No, I get it. Yeah, you can't release trash, really, to be honest.
No, I would
So this one
never.
reminds me a little bit of musky. It comes out musky with me.
Yeah, so there's this Velvet Musk Accord, which is really interesting. And of course, it's 100% vegan. Musk comes from the musk deer, but because of IFRA regulations and, you know, sustainability and all these other things,
It's kind of showing up like TikTok now. So many restrictions.
I know, yeah. So the perfume industry has been neutered in many ways, but I think the musk debacle is for a good reason, right?
Right.
We have a lot of really good musks like Umbrettalide, Galaxolide, Helvetalide, and they smell very clean. They also have a really high compliment factor to them, and there's a lot of synthetic fragrances out there that are huge compliment getters, like Another 13 by Le Labo, and people love that one.
Ambroxan is a
And
thing that
Broxin
gets you a
is
lot
another
of
popular
things.
molecule as well.
Yeah, you know.
For sure.
So Steven, once these run out, the 3,000 you said you're gonna put out,
Yeah.
are they gonna come back more? Is this gonna be limited again, or you don't know? Or you're just gonna ride the wave?
Yeah, so I think what we ended up doing with Navitus Parfum
Right.
is we had a lot of fragrances in the catalog. And the one thing that we pay very close attention to is how the audience feels about the fragrances. If there are fragrances that are in high demand, like Raised Spirits, for example, that's another one that I creatively directed. And it was out of stock for the longest time, and we had a wait list on the website.
Right.
And a lot of people had signed up for that wait list. So we said, you know what, we're going to bring it back. But there are other fragrances for Navitus Parfum that we discontinued. Because we're like, you know what, these are not really resonating with people anymore. We loved them when we put them out, so we were kind of selfish in that sense. But if people don't like it, we don't have to bring back a second batch. And that's what I said in my initial video with this one. I said, if this one does well, and if it ends up being popular, we'll release a second batch. I'm totally okay with that. But on the flip side to that, it ended up doing very, very well. So we were going to release 2,000 more bottles, but we called up CPL Aromas and we said we need enough compound to make an extra 1,000 bottles.
Just in case.
Just in case. So in the second batch, we're going to create 3,000 bottles. And if that does well, yes, this is going to be a permanent addition to the vivamor catalog.
Okay, so you heard it, ladies. If you have to buy it in order for it to stay there. Another thing. So here's the top question.
Okay.
Out of your creations, which will be your top 5?
Oh, of all of the ones that I creatively directed, what are my top 5? So my number 1 is Main Character by Vivamor Parfum.
Because I can see you put a lot of passion in this one.
Oh my God, this one, every day I woke up with this is so embarrassing. I don't even know if I want to say this on camera, but I would be lying down in bed every night, smelling it and holding the laboratory mod in my other hand, and I would fall asleep with the fragrance in my bed, basically. And this is something that I've been working on so passionately for a long, long time. So this would be number 1. Number 2 would probably be Redbrook Underground Edition.
Okay. The one for Brooklyn Fragrance Lover, that's definitely a limited edition within itself.
Yeah, I love that perfume so much. We made only 1,000 bottles of that. Of course, our mutual friend Carlos passed away. So, you know, I think because I didn't want to make any profit off of it, we said we're not making any more. Like, we wanted to, you know, do it the right way. And we also donated a large cut of the proceeds to ASPCA or some equivalent organization based out of New York. Number 3 would probably be Raised Spirits by Navitus Parfums. That one I also love. Every fall and winter I wear it religiously. Number 4 would probably be Xenial, which I made in collaboration with Max Forti. And that one was a really special project because it's a fragrance that, it's a DNA that I normally wouldn't make. So it has so many fougere elements.
Really powerful. You got the 2 rums and the 2 boozy notes in there. You got the fruits. You got the ouds.
There's hay. There's tobacco, lavender. I mean, this geranium. It is so like gentlemanly, but it definitely conveys old world vibes, but in the best way possible.
It's clean and booziness and out of this world. Its own unique fragrance.
Thank you, man. Thank you. I'm glad you like that one. Number 5 would be Novice. That was the first one that I ever creatively directed, and that was made by Chris Maurice, who's done a lot of Xerjoff fragrances, and that was an Oswald exclusive, but you can still get it on the navitusparfum.com.
It's Amore, right?
That's Amore. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
That's Amore? That's funny. No, I love that. But honestly, those are my top 5, but main character definitely has the throne.
No, I can see why, because you put a lot, like you fell asleep with it. God knows what you did after that.
You know what? Don't ask, don't tell. You know.
Of course, what stays in the room stays in the room, right?
Yeah, let's say that.
Kind of like what stays in Vegas stays in Vegas.
Although every time I go to Vegas, I'm going to be honest, I'm very tame. Even for my bachelor party way back when, we went to an escape room. We saw the Beatles' Love, the Cirque du Soleil. And then what else did I do when I was out there? Yeah, just hung out with friends in the room, I guess. So
it would have been a lot different if I was there. I would have been kicked out of the club already, or the casinos.
Well, can always get married again.
We could, right? But as long as you wear this, I'll be good.
That's a good one.
So longevity and projection, what would it be?
So it's 30% concentration of oil. So it is an extrait, like it's a true extrait. A lot of brands say it's an extrait, but it's only like 22% oil, 24% oil. Brands can kind of make it up as they go, but this is 30% oil. On my skin, I get at least 8 to 10 hours. Projection is loud for the first 45 minutes to hour of application. It becomes an elbows length scent right around hour 5. I would say skin scent right around hour 8 or 9. It all depends on your skin chemistry.
Okay. You got a marker?
I do, although I'm going to have to run inside and go get it. Do you want me to do it on camera, off camera?
Do it on camera.
On camera. I'll be back, folks. All right, just wait for me.
So
and here we are.
So like you signed this one, and this was special to you. I want you to sign this one. Because it's the beginning. I was there part of your journey with this.
You were. Yeah.
And again, it feels like I'm part of your journey again in this one.
Oh my God, I remember this. Was this at Perfumology?
Yep, that was the last time we saw Carlos.
That was in February of 2020.
One right before the pandemic.
In 2020, yeah. February of 2020, right before the pandemic.
And, that was the last time I saw Carlos. He was right there in my car. And, yeah, you see how time flies. Enjoy the little things.
I'm going to write to Solano. To Solano.
And build friendships. It's a love poem he's writing, gentlemen. Don't be jealous. Ladies, he's still yours.
I have to make it special,
Mm-hmm.
So for everybody who's curious, I put to Solano, you are the main character. Because you are.
Thank you.
You write the story, you're in control. You control the narrative.
You hear that, ladies and gentlemen? You guys control the outcome of your life. Nobody else does it for you.
I love that. It's all about self-empowerment, loving yourself. Well,
this is my bottle.
It's not working. Oh, I'm signing my own bottle. Devaluing it already. Well, this is not working.
Maybe this one with paint?
Ooh, what is this?
This is like a paint one.
I'm going to have to open it. Okay, let's do that.
I came prepared.
You really did, man. I appreciate that.
I mean, it's special moments like this that build friendships.
I don't know why you're asking me to sign it, though. It's
not going to devalue it, I know.
It's going to devalue it.
But it's always going to be there. Like, this is probably one of my favorite fragrances from the Navitus line.
It's such a beautiful cherry-based fragrance, and you know, it's one of those fragrances that I've kind of been neglecting, and I just feel like it needs to be brought back.
A Flormand, as you called it.
Is this white?
I think so. One way to find out. No, it doesn't write either.
I think I have to warm it up.
Oh, we know you warmed up the bottle the other night when you were testing. Oh, it doesn't work. All right.
I can't get it. Well, I think it just needs to be warmed up. Anyway, we'll keep trying. I signed everything else on camera, so.
So yeah, so pretty much, Steven, thank you so much for giving me this bottle. It means the world. Again.
My pleasure, brother, of course. I know it's going to a good home, and I know you and I have kind of done our thing for a while now, and I appreciate your friendship very much.
Me too.
Believe me.
I do too. Like, we've been through it all.
We have.
From downs and up falls, through hate. For people that are getting hate, don't worry about it. Just don't.
It's all a part of the process.
Part of the process. Just stop the hate, whatever you guys want to call it. Just have thick skin. You'll be good.
100%.
But thank you again, brother. Thank you.
It's my pleasure, man. Anytime. It's a pleasure to have you in my life.
Thank you guys. Always wear what you want and buy what you want.